Hello, my name is Andres, and today I'd like to talk about the smart contracts. A smart contract is a self-executing program that automates the actions required in a blockchain transaction. The core idea behind the smart contracts is that they reduce the necessity of having any intermediaries as well as the third parties. Therefore, it increases the speed of the smart contract implementation and it reduces the additional fees that can be lifted by the intermediates for their services. Smart contracts are especially useful because they are highly regulated by the computer code on which they were written and for erase any discrepancies in terms of how we interpret the contract meaning. The evolution of smart contracts began in 1994 when the American scientist and engineer Nick Szabo uh, introduced the idea of a smart contract as a computerized transaction protocol that would execute the terms of the contract written therein. Because of that, a lot of people have rumored of him to be the first Bitcoin creator, Satoshi Nakamoto, for the similarities of the ideas that he uh, developed. Although he personally claimed that he is not the creator of Bitcoin. He also suggested smart contracts to work on different assets, including synthetic securities like the combinations of bonds and derivatives, thus making more assets on which these smart contracts can be run. The application of smart contracts include the regular transactions between the parties, no intermediary involved, lending and borrowing money, thus making a collateral. So you would use the smart contract to place a particular amount of money, usually exchanged for Ethereum, that you would later use for trading or investing. And if the amount of funds collatered will be close to zero. The smart contract will automatically close any deals uh, that are currently operating. They are being used for the proof of stake. So, using the smart contracts, a trader can put a particular asset like Ethereum into the liquidity pool, thus generating profit as the rewards. Uh, the advantages and challenges include the efficiency, therefore, the speed of execution is very fast. Lack of intermediaries entail that there are no additional time that have to be processed by the intermediaries or that there are going to be any particular documents needed. Uh, it is not applicable in case of smart contracts. Accuracy, thus, this reduces the human errors. The contracts are run automatically on the programming code. Uh, the only human error that can exist if the error was made in writing the code itself. So when the every single smart contract is written by a person, so if he makes a mistake in the code, then uh, nothing will can help them in that case because the smart contracts are permanent. There are no changes that can be made. There are no reset of passwords or institutions that can uh, help you to get your money back. Uh, they will be locked in a blockchain with nothing that you can do about this. This is a challenge. This is also advantage, so immutability, it means that there is no programming alteration. The way the contract was made, he will remain this particular way. So if you made a mistake, you will not be able to fix it. If you did everything correctly, there is nothing the hackers can do to break your contract. There are some limitations, which basically mean that smart contracts is just a code that's being used to uh, pay money or get money paid to you. Any other actions that you agree with, on with the other person, they still are going to be done physically. Therefore, if you have a contract like, yeah, I will bring you some products from Alberheim, and I will pay you like Ethereum for that. You cannot type this in the protocol. You cannot type this in the code like, yeah, you will bring me the products. It's gonna be happening in the real life. The contract cannot possibly uh, make you do this, so to say. That's the difference between the normal contract in the real world and the smart contract. It's mostly about the transaction values, addresses, and those things. But all the actions that you promise to do, or you are promised to do, you will have to do this manually. Smart contracts are usually written on the Solidity. This is a programming code. Um, Blockchains implement usually the Ethereum virtual machine with this code because it's the most widespread. Um, it works only on Ethereum, but at this point there are a lot of blockchain environments where people create their own ways of of writing code, uh, thus having different types of smart contracts, so to say, in terms of how they are being programmed. This is a developing field for the crypto enthusiast, and there are multiple changes every day. Thank you very much for your attention.